Last time on Coralthea, our adventurers had returned to the Sailor's Rest, making sure to meet with Marin once again because he had worried about them, to enjoy some good meal and drinks. However, to find out to maybe some people's surprise, Moss doesn't drink alcoholic drinks. After RaRa tried to pressure her into it, she wasn't having it.
It was a little peer pressure. It wasn't
Fizzi,
a big peer pressure.
Fizzi then turned in early to prep for his big day. During the drunken times in the bar, RaRa decided to ask Kayth about furbogs, which ended up leading to a very painful conversation. Fizzi then left early in the morning to start his work on his new big project, where he headed to the Hammer and Anvil, where apparently Fizzi is quite a big deal, as he met the proprietor of this shop and discussed his Earthshaker cannon, where the owner was very impressed. And after some trading of collectible goods, he was given the workshop to do as he pleases. RaRa, however, also left early to do some shopping, where she met with her seamstress, Cleo, and ordered some very fine fabrics, and also went to the Mythic Haven to grab some special tools for the upcoming show. During that time, Kayth and Moss returned the powder to Garl so that they could help save the Tempest Fair and its effigy burning party portion of Tapas.
Burning Man!
And then Kayth and Moss also visited the Mystic Haven in order to find some healing potions of sorts and maybe some other things. However, during this visit, Moss decided to tell Alara that Kayth is a great sailor and that they're totally gonna win the Sailors Champion contest. So they ended up having to join the Sailors competition. And before they had ventured off into the rest of the day, Fizzi finally completed his project and met his friends in the Grand Plaza with their new completed big buddy. As they now have grabbed some food because, boy, were they starving, Fizzi exhausted, they have now refreshed and rehydrated and have decided to go off to meet the mystery man, Mithras Eldon. And that is where we will begin tonight's session of Coralthea. Let's go ahead and begin where we were, and that is in the Grand Plaza. You all had just met. Well, Fizzi had made his way to the Grand Plaza. You were introduced to our big buddy. You saw him, met him, learned a little bit about him, and then realized that Fizzi was extremely exhausted. As Fizzi said, I need food, please. Please, I'm so hungry. So you all decided to go off and get some wonderful food from the from the Tempest Market, which opens up early before the fair. Some of you grabbed a few new potato recipes, some melon stuff, a lot of and shark bites. That was a thing as well. You all grabbed a bit of different foods, and now that you have rehydrated,
oh my god, these honeydews are perfectly ripe.
Wow.
Hey.
Hello. There we go.
It was perfect.
Exact. Yep.
And just as RaRa sips on her melon and says it's fresh, Kayth, you turn around with a Sorvere spiced potato in mouth. It's a little spicy as you turn to look at your group or your party.
So, what's next?
Spicy mouth.
Oh, my shopping's done. So, Moss, did you talk to that guy yet?
Not yet. I think that we were going to go there next. So maybe we can all go now that everyone's free.
That sounds like a plan. Ugh.
Fizzi, are you feeling better?
Oh yeah, thank you. DM, how do get rid of exhaustion?
So exhaustion. So a long rest gets rid of 5 levels of exhaustion, and a short rest gets rid of 2 levels of exhaustion.
Could we stay our little market time as a short rest?
I would say ordering food and eating and sitting around. Yeah, it's not strenuous activity. It's not like you were chasing or walking through a forest to like survive. You just straight up probably ate a Disney turkey leg and sat on a bench. So, yeah, I'd say that can count as a short rest.
Oh, sweet. No more exhaustion.
So if you guys need any short rest stuff, I don't think anybody lost any health. So, but yeah, you guys can go ahead.
I think only Fizzi is the only one that would benefit, but
so yeah, I would definitely say Fizzi would definitely get the short rest then, because I'm sure he's like, food. You bring him something, he's like, cool. All right, so you guys will have short rested, and you're deciding that you want to try and meet Mithras then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in order to meet Mithras, obviously you would need to know where he lives.
well, isn't it? We've got a quest to follow that was posted by him.
Yes, I was just about to say, lucky enough, on his quest is the address of his home and the address of his warehouse. So yeah, you would be able to go straight to his home if that's where you'd like to go next, unless there's anything else you wanted to do.
Do we think he's home, or should we go to the warehouse first? Is it a
I was
business
thinking
day?
warehouse too.
Yeah.
I do like warehouses.
Should probably check the warehouse.
All right. Well,
Hey, is there a guard nearby, DM?
oh, there are definitely a lot of guards out right now, so you could easily find one.
RaRa will pirouette up to one and invade his personal space.
Hello, citizen.
Hi, I pull out the flyer. Do you know Mithras Alden?
He's like, what? Takes a look at it. Oh, Mithras Eldon. Yes, I know Mithras. What?
Would we find him? There's 2 addresses posted here, and we want to talk to him about this quest. Where should we go?
Well, I hear he spends most of his days at his home, and if he does go out, he's usually amongst here in the Grand Plaza or out in the docks. He's lived here quite a while.
So you would say, if you were going to take this, you would say home.
Just
first.
out of respect, I would probably go to his home first to say hello and let him know what you're doing. But I mean, you could also just go to the warehouse. It's really up to you.
So this guy's like reading the thing, and RaRa is like staring him in the face as he's reading it, like squinting at him.
Okay.
Does he notice?
That you're staring at him?
Yeah.
I mean, he'd catch it out of the corner of his eye, for sure.
Were you one of the guards that was talking about me behind my back?
What?
Yeah, I've heard about the guards and how they talk about me.
Who are you?
I'm RaRa Chiro. Duh.
Chiro. I don't know if I know the name.
Inside check.
Sure, if you're there, you can make an insight check. 21.
Is he fucking lying?
21. So, as I just said, he says, I don't know the name. Now, what you see, Moss, is no, I don't know the name. No, I would never talk about someone behind their back.
That's one of them.
You have been talking about me behind my back. Why are you all talking about me behind my back?
I said nothing. Can I help you with something?
I don't know who I can trust in this town anymore, Moz.
I mean, you can trust the town guard.
Wow.
I'm gonna back
Inside track the
away.
city guard.
I'm gonna back away, and I'm gonna.
He's like, what did I do? What? I wanted to be nothing but helpful for you.
All right, I guess we should check this guy's house.
While we're walking over to the house, Kayth is gonna try to like stay a little bit back from the group, but still with the group, and he's gonna be keeping an eye out for anyone that is like eyeing RaRa or like trying, like, you know, something a little bit more mischievous than just like curiosity.
And
For
RaRa
ne'er-do-wells against RaRa or our group in general.
Take me to Eldon's house.
RaRa during this time is like, Obi, you look really short. You think you can pick me up?
Shrugs.
RaRa holds her arms out in a T-pose.
Picks you up like Moss did that one time. Yeah. Can you make a strength check for our big buddy, or athletics if he has it? Oh, it's in roll 20 now. By the way,
He's what?
he's in roll 20. If you go to, yeah, you should be able to see our big buddy just under you.
Come on, scroll wheel. Hey, there he is.
And then after you click him,
It's like a strength check.
if he, oh, he has
Or-
athletics. He has athletics. Go
Or
ahead.
athletics.
Yeah, he has athletics. You can roll that.
Sure. To help you with that, I need your permission.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it on his thing.
So you're gonna click our big buddy.
Yeah.
And then it should be, the first thing should be character sheet, top left, or one to the right of bio and info. Should be a top tab, says character sheet.
Yeah.
And then you should see steel defender, armor class, hit points, and then
Mine was hard.
go down to skills, and then hit
Athletics.
athletics.
I can read. I swear to God, I can read. Do I have advantage?
No.
Okay.
13. I would say that picks up RaRa. So our big buddy is holding you up, and you're just like... You are being carried through the streets by our big buddy. And some people are like, what? Some people are like, the ingenuity.
It's really important I know if RaRa is facing the robot.
I think
like-
I think she would have been facing him when she did it. So
So it's a lot of eye contact.
she's like, okay, wow, okay, you are really strong. Okay, put me down. Put me down.
He'll put you down.
We're sort of West Winging this as we go. Can you put your hands up like this and put them together? Can you make them flat? At least
He looks at his hammer hand and his wrench hand.
That's not gonna work.
Moss is gonna knock on his head.
He does. There's no reaction.
Do you kill things?
Looks at you. Looks at Fizzi.
Okay. And she'll continue walking.
Every
What
once in a while, as you guys are walking, his exhaust, you'll see the like it'll kick every once in a while, and some smoke will come out.
What about one hand up and flat?
he looks at which hand could maybe do that. He's like, maybe the hammer hand, and goes, it's up in the air, and he goes,
Fizzi, how's he supposed to lift me up and if I can't stand on his hands?
and then he goes, you see him hold up his arm.
What? Buddy, go like this.
You see the servo. The servos are like.
You're gonna break this thing as soon as you get it out of the shop.
Okay, do the arm thing again that you were doing.
Because his forearm is big. It's about the size of like a step.
I'll do a little flap and land on his forearm.
You now look like a bat perched on someone's arm.
It's pretty cool.
Our big buddy is a falconeer.
Nice.
I look out over the crowd now that I can stand on his arm.
Yeah, people are like, whoa, what's that?
Pretty cool. I put my hands on my hips, strike a very dramatic pose.
You see a couple people. Actually, give me a performance check.
Falls. Dies.
Dies. Why not?
Lands on her face.
He's gonna ask what Baker thinks.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you look very like very regal and very very awesome.
Little minor illusion, get some of that like pirates music going. Jack riding the boat.
Our big buddy kind of feels it. He's like, ooh. So you're kind of bobbing. Yeah. So you guys are west swinging it over to Mithras's home, and eventually you will make it to Mithras's home. As you guys make your way across Tapas, the sun is coming down. It's not dark yet, but it's coming down. So, you know, sunset will be happening soon. But you guys west swing it all the way to Mithras's house. As you guys approach Mithras's home, you will notice, this is what you'll see. You see a small sort of like weathered 2-story house. It's made of like sea green stone and timber beams. And it's sort of kind of, the color is almost gone because it's sort of darkened by like the salty air and the splashes of the water, as it comes in through Tapas, because he's sort of near the docks. But yeah, you'll notice the house color is basically gone at this point. You'll notice that the roof is tiled with like reddish brown shingles, like it's been here for quite a while. Some of them are cracked and mismatched, and a lot of them seem to be replaced over time so that, you know, weather doesn't get into his house. You'll notice a like crooked spinning rose compass outside that sort of just lazily spins because it's broken, so it sort of doesn't spin like it's supposed to, but it spins like this. And that's just outside of the house, sort of very slowly turning.
Could I fix that, DM?
Certainly possible.
Isn't it up high?
It is a little high. It is, so it's above the front door.
Oh yeah.
So it's off of the house. Like there's the front of the house and the roof up top. So in between the top of the front door and the second level is a post coming out of the wall with the compass on it.
If
it comes in from the sea breeze. Go ahead.
If I stand on our big buddy, can I fix it?
Oh, I think so. I think if you stood on Big Buddy, you could. And last bit of stuff here is you'll notice the windows that he has they're small, but they're kind of like thick glass, it seems like. And the shutters are probably about the only color this house has. It's like a faded green, but the edges are like starting to chip. And he has like clay pots out front with some flowers. Some of them don't look entirely good, but then again, it's, you know, coming into the different seasons. And the front door seems to be a very like sturdy wood, pretty well maintained, probably the most well maintained thing on his house. But there is a carving in the handle of the door, and it's a like a sunburst. It almost kind of looks like what Alric wears. And then there's a lion head, a brass lion heads knocker on the door. Yes. But that is what you see as you come to Mithras Eldon's house. But Fizzi, first thing he says is, "I need to fix that."
Yeah, I need to fix that.
So
I'll switch spots with Fizzi.
our big buddy will lower down so that Fizzi can get on like his arm or shoulder. Actually, just sit on his shoulder. He'll let you get up there, and he'll stand up, and then he'll walk you over to the door, and yeah, you about reach it. Give me a Tinkerer's Tools check.
Um,
I think it's intelligence plus proficiency. So just D20 plus your intelligence mod and your proficiency bonus.
yeah.
It's whatever score you assign to it, and then he gets proficiency on the roll.
D20 plus intelligence, and my proficiency is...
Yeah. Which being an artificer, intelligence would be... What it is? What's your intelligence modifier?
3.
3. And then your proficiency bonus is 2. So D20 plus 5.
20.
20.
Not dirty.
Yeah, dirty 20. Hot darn. Yeah. I gotta get some things set up here. Hot darn. So.
Hot darn.
Hot darn. Yeah, so you guys will see Fizzi, like Fizzi just immediately like gets up there and starts messing with the spinning compass rose, and yeah, eventually Fizzi, actually pretty easily and pretty quick, you guys hear a lot of like and then a little drop of like some oil, and then Fizzi will sort of take it, spin it a little bit, and it goes and now it spins perfectly.
Nice.
As you get down, you guys watch as it looks almost brand new.
Thank God that's out of the Forgotten Ones, that's out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, now when we walk into this house and there's a dead body on the ground, at least he'll have a fixed compass.
Exactly.
Dead?
Oh my God.
Well, clearly his
At
house
least
is
his
in
compass
disrepair.
will be fixed.
Maybe he's just not like a, repair guy. Maybe he's not like Fizzi. I'll knock on the door, but not use the knocker. I'll just...
Of course. Why not? So, you'll knock on the door, and as you knock, you feel
Oh, it doesn't stop.
Oh, you just keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys hear the constant knocking as hold on. There we go. As RaRa just
Because I'm conversing at the same time, so I'm not really paying attention to it.
Sure. Yeah, you will continue to knock on the door. And
maybe
then
he's not like maybe he's not like a house guy. Maybe he's just like, where he hangs out, but he doesn't really care, he's like out on the town. Mithras Eldon, man about town. That's who this guy is.
just still knocking, saying things at the same time. So RaRa's talking, the knocking is happening, so you don't hear anything. But eventually the door will swing open inwards.
It doesn't stop.
RaRa begins to knock.
Just the knocking stops.
The knocking stops, but RaRa keeps knocking. The door swings open, and standing in the door, you will see this man.
He's not dead.
You'll see him as the door opens. He's got this sort of like big eyes, got this big smile, and he says, "Huh, gonna keep knocking."
Huh? Oh, No? Sorry.
That's okay. He'll look at the rest of you. Ah, you guys look like a nice little party here. What can I help you with?
Are you a druid?
He sort of cocks his head a little bit and looks at you. Are you a druid?
Yeah, duh.
Well, I'm not.
You did the owlbears, right? The quest?
I did, yeah. I went out
Yeah.
there and I helped relocate the owlbears.
Safely?
Yes, I did, of course.
And nothing
I-
bad happened?
I understand if you don't want to invite us in to talk about this, but normally under standard hospitality rules, you would invite us in and offer us bread and drink.
You're correct. I usually would. However, you came at me with questions, so I wasn't sure if you were maybe just some wide-eyed people looking to ask questions, or if you wanted to be friends and come on in.
Oh, was
RaRa
that...
looks at Moss.
Should I not have started asking questions? I'm just curious.
And it's okay to be curious. There's no problem with that. You just caught me off guard. But this one right here is right, and points at RaRa. Why don't you come on inside, and we can figure out why you came here.
Moss will start walking, but turn to RaRa and be like, that kind of seemed like a backhanded... He was blaming me. Kind of seems mean under all that smile. I don't trust him.
Oh, you
Well,
know, we'll see how he does with the hospitality rules.
He'll open up the door for you guys to all come in. And when he does, you see him sort of like scratch his belly a little bit and reaches out his hand and, welcome to my abode. And he'll point you guys in. And as you all enter into Mithras's home, so as you guys come in, you will notice that all of the walls they're like this muted cream, but it's not paint. It's like plaster over top of stone, and you can see like the cracks and stuff where the stone is underneath, but it almost hides it. You'll notice that the floor is like really rough kind of wooden planks, but they're worn down over like the years of being here and living here. And there's a thick sort of rug near the center of the room. There's one thick one that's like a deep green, and then a couple of brown ones just scattered across the floor in different places. And then you'll notice that like all the furniture is mismatched. Like there's no style here. It's just like, yeah, I found this and I threw it in here and I used this. And so a bunch of like mismatched furniture with a lot of like deep scratches and scuffs. But it hints that it's been around for a while. You'll notice that there's just like a simple round table, sits with 3 chairs around it. And there's also like a faded armchair that sits next to the hearth. So there's like a fireplace, and inside the fireplace is this like large like iron pot. But you think that that's probably his favorite spot. The walls are all adorned in maps of Coralthea. And there's a bunch of them that are like pinned on top of each other and overlapping. Like there's some sort of puzzle going on. But it's also like artistic a little bit. It's weird. You'll also notice that there is small framed sketches of people and places. You're not quite sure of them, but they're there. And then across a bunch of the walls on shelves, you'll see collections of like shells, small stones, wooden carvings, all types of different stuff, but they're all like deliberately placed. And you'll notice that above the fireplace is a long sword, looks a little old, and a like a battered shield. And they both seem to be inscribed with some stuff that you're not quite sure of. It could be scratches, maybe just from battle. But that is his first intro into the home as you step inside. And let me go ahead and get some different music here.
RaRa leans into Moss. Oh my God, Kayth's gonna love this guy.
I think that this
Look at all these maps.
crazy.
I'm gonna take out my cartographer's tools immediately.
Oh, that's not the sound I wanted. I just want fire so that we can have some fire because the fire's not. This should do it. There we go. Okay. Got the docks outside and a little bit of fire going on inside the house. Okay. So Kayth immediately starts pulling out his cartographer tools.
I want to go while they're talking, initial conversations, because I'm sure RaRa's about to start talking. While that's happening, he's going to go around and start looking at like some of the sketches and seeing if he like recognizes anybody or anything like anybody like important from history or anything like that. He's also going to look over the maps and his world map, and see if there's anything of like interest to note down on his map while they're talking.
Okay. So you'll be doing that. Now before there's other conversation, I want you to roll
and
now.
also work my way over to that sword and shield eventually. But
well, let's start with a cartographer tools check. And then you do that, and I'll get back to you. But anyway, we are entering into the home. RaRa first, Moss, then it looks like Fizzi, then Kayth. Well, Fizzi, our big buddy, then Kayth, I think. But anyway, you all are walking into the house. Go ahead. I know RaRa's got
Wow, Mr. Elden, this is really lived in.
Well, thank you. I've lived here, so I would hope it's lived in. And you'll see him making his way towards the kitchen as you're talking.
It's like looking at doing that thing where you walk by a shelf and there's like magnifying glasses and globes. Just doing like the expanding,
look big and look small. Yeah. What's everyone else's sort of what's Moss and Fizzi's sort of reaction as you come inside?
I think Moss, I was just waiting to see if David was going to talk first, would probably go over to the maps as well and see if she can see her home on them.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So you could join Kayth, but you're just looking to.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing just a cursory glance. Kayth's going deeper in. So,
mm-hmm.
And then Fizzi.
Fizzi's just kind of walking around, taking everything in. He'll eventually meander over towards like where Kayth and Moss are, and just keep going, looking at everything he's got going on. Okay,
nice. So yeah, you guys are sort of looking around, and RaRa, you guys are coming in, and like I said, he's heading towards the kitchen. And
DMs, what was above the fireplace again? The hearth? What was?
Is a sword and shield, but the sword and shield look pretty battered and worn.
Okay.
So anyway, so RaRa, you said that, and he said, "I hope so. I live here." As he walks towards the kitchen, and that's where we left off.
Are you like a map maker or?
A map maker? No. Those are maps I have for my adventuring days. And you'll hear him messing with some stuff in the kitchen.
Oh. Cool. I look at the rugs. Are they like rugs or are they skins?
Rugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he have any sort of trophies around other than like?
So
he's got like items around, like
yes.
drawings, and
yeah.
But does he have any like I killed this thing?
No head trophies.
Okay.
But I will say the items like the shells, the rocks, and the wooden sculptures, they're sort of placed in a way that you could think, are these trophies? You're not sure. Go ahead and sit down and make yourselves at home, and I'll be right out in just a second.
You
I
were
keep exploring.
Can I reroll?
I would like that inner monologue.
Oh, it's been so long since I called it out. I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Well, it's that or no reroll.
Kayth is in his head about all of these maps that he's like are overwhelming him right now, and he just needs to figure out if there's anything of note, and if anything that like maybe an ancient ruin, maybe something that could help him with his research, and he is really excited to put this all down in his notebook, and is sort of geeking out over the entire room. So what's going on in Kayth's head, and he's just sort of like, kind of like a nerd, taking notes over each individual map.
So that's how he feels. But what is
that's
your
his inner monologue? What are you talking about? This is what he's thinking about.
He's saying that to himself?
This is like his thoughts. He's like geeking out about each map. He's looking from room to room, seeing all these new places he may have not discovered. So I'm putting you into the thoughts of Kayth.
Yeah. Go ahead, you can reroll.
Please.
During that, Moss, you're is that not plus?
Yeah, it's gonna be plus, so it's a 17.
Okay. Moss, you're looking at things too. You're looking around. Fizzi, you're looking around. RaRa, you were about to say something?
She sort of like makes her way over. You said there's a comfy chair by the fireplace.
There is. It's like an armchair, like a recliner next to the fireplace.
So she'll sort of fall over the arm and like sit crossways across the chair. And just like yell into the other room. So you're an adventurer? Sure, you've got a lot of stories, huh?
You'll hear it muffled a little bit. Oh yeah. And then it'll get a little bit louder. yeah, I have a couple of stories if you're looking to ask about some of them. Is that why you came here? And then you'll see him come around the corner, and he has a tray. Nothing matches at all. None of what he's carrying matches. But he's got a tray. It's got 5 cups, and he has like a. You'd have to imagine it's a teapot, but it's not. It's more like a pot. And he's just gonna pour whatever's in it out of it without a spigot. But he's got that. He's got the cups, and
hopefully it's at least got like a beveled, notched edge.
But he brings that out, and he brings it over to the table, and he puts it down. But I mean, yeah, I've got a few stories if that's why you all came here. And he looks to you all. But before we get into that, I do have some tea here if anyone's interested.
Yes, please.
Are you crazy?
I'd love some tea.
He looks over at you. Am I crazy?
Yeah.
That's a great question. He just sort of smiles for a moment. I guess life makes us all a little crazy.
Moss is gonna look over at Kayth and be like, "Guy's crazy."
Kayth is like, yes.
Shut up. I'm looking at things.
Keep him busy.
So he has offered tea, if anybody wants any tea.
If you have cream and honey, yeah, I'll take some.
He looks down at the tray. I knew I forgot something. He'll head back to the kitchen, and he'll grab some, and he'll bring it back and put it on the table. Here, and then he sees you coming over. He'll take a cup. Again, none of the cups match. They're all in different sizes. None of them are even a teacup. Takes the pot, and he'll pour it in, but he'll hold the lid just barely, so there's a little hole, and that's what it comes out of. So it pours in, and it looks like some really good steaming tea. And he, gives you the honey and stuff that you want. Anyone else who wants to drink, he'll pour you a cup as well.
I'll take a cup. I have a cup of tea, please.
I think we're mostly here because Moss wanted to know if you're a druid and if you hurt the owlbears. But
we're mostly here because we have a quest.
You also posted this job, and I'll set the scroll down.
A quest, you said? Is it? Oh, it's the job I posted?
I just tap it because I just sat it down.
Oh. Gotcha. So you've come here to ask questions then? About the job?
RaRa looks at Kayth, notices that he's not paying attention at all, and just...
And then he does the same thing back. What questions do you have?
Hold on.
You were an adventurer for a long time.
I have it. I have it.
It looks like.
He's trying to answer all of you every time a question comes up. So he looks over at Kayth. Yes, I was. I was an adventurer for a very long time.
And Harper, or not Harper.
Oh.
Harper. Who's that?
Kayth will look over to him in like wide eyes, and he'll be like, "Well, did you know them? Then did you know the champions?"
The champions. I know of them. I wasn't adventuring per se in that area at the time. But I know of them. I never met them myself, but I know of them.
Oh.
Why?
Oh, no reason. And then Kayth will go back to his notes. Talk to him about the quest. I'm sorry, your maps are they're everywhere, and I haven't been to some of these places.
Yes, I like to have a reminder of all the places that I went to, and sort of have a way to remember them.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite place? Oh,
yeah, the places over here.
I've had a lot of favorite places. I'd have to say there's a bar or a tavern. It's quite south from here. It used to actually sit on the corners of all the three great empires. Yes, there's a halfling that runs it. Yes.
I've been to that place before. That's a good place.
You knew that from there's a bar that's somewhere?
Well, it's close to the borders. It's like
Well, it used to be.
I'll show you on the map, and I pull out my map.
Your old map of Coralthea. Right here where the three kingdoms unite.
That's right. That's exactly where it was. Yes. Yeah, he's a great man, and him and his wife, they're good people. I'd say that was one of my favorite places to go. I have many favorite places, but that one was definitely memorable. I have to assume you've been around. Where's your favorite place to be?
So far, I think that Tapas so far has been pretty good.
One thing you're going to notice, Kayth, is you're still wearing your Runesbach armor. He can see it. But unlike most people who will see that and sort of look like they're silently judging you, there's no judgment on his face whatsoever. He's more interested in what you have to say.
I think the north as well. I've been up there. The countries change all the time, you know. But do you know where you've been adventuring for a long time? Do you know if there's any Furbolg settlements anywhere? I know that's out of nowhere, but
he then now is looking at you like
I'm looking at him like
I've been trying.
I don't want to be judgmental in any way, but you're looking for Furbolgs.
Well, I
said there was a druid that came out of a portal.
He has a sketch in his sketchbook, and I was asking about it last night, so it's probably just on his mind.
My research is leading to the preservation of Furbolg and anything regarding their culture, and that's sort of
that's very admirable.
I'm an archaeologist, and my main study is of ancient races and races that have gone extinct. So that's why I ask.
Wow. Well, I can't say I know where any societies or cities or collection of Furbolg are. I'd only ever met one Furbolg in my entire life, and he was a great man. He had a son, and and he went off to become a merchant.
Do you remember his name?
Oh, of course. And he'll actually point over to one of the pictures you haven't gotten to yet and pulls up a piece of the paper. And there's a sketch of him and a furbog. This furbog's almost kind of big and sturdy, like Mithras is now. That picture of Mithras, though, is like super jacked. He's got his sword and his shield, and he like looks like a big, true, like heroic hero, you know. And but you look at the guy, and at the bottom of it, it says me and Alaman.
That's you? That one there is you?
Yes, it is. That's me. Can't you tell? He sort of like slaps on his belly.
Maybe it's the flip-flops.
I get that all the time. And he'll sit down in his chair and he'll drink some of the tea.
So this says you need your warehouse warded.
Yeah, do we have to use magic, or can we stop the thieves a different way?
Well, I mean, I guess if there were thieves constantly attacking my warehouse, then yeah, that would make sense. But no, this is more for future sort of alarm system kind of stuff. I was hoping that whoever took the quest might know a thing about magic or two. However, I did plan for the fact that someone may not. And honestly, I've heard about you guys doing a couple quests here and there.
Was it from the guards?
Well, it's from the guard. I know Darius, and I happened to bump into him a little while ago, and he told me about a group of people who are doing some good around Tapas, and I was kind of hoping you would take the quest, and I'd get to meet you. Sorry for the tricks, but I really do need my warehouse. I really do need my warehouse enchanted or protected. And like I said, I didn't know if you guys were magical enough or had the ability to do so. But I do have an order.
Enough.
I do have an order waiting for me at Mystic Haven. Alara should have a couple of scrolls of alarm. You should be able to use about 2 or 3 of them to cover my whole warehouse. And that should be good.
Oh, we're
Moss is
I
gonna
have to go
smack
back
Kayth.
there
Is
tonight.
there is
Moss is gonna smack Kayth and be like, "Come back.
what was the joke?
We're going back to the Mystic store.
Oh,
Haven.
to pick up Alden's
Your girlfriend."
yes.
Yeah, you can
I
just tell
also have
Elra
ordered.
that you can tell Elra you're just picking up an order for Mr. Eldon.
Lord.
Eldon?
Yes, Mithras Eldon. It's on the quest here.
on the quest, Kayth.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
Let's go to Kayth really quick. So you had made, what'd you roll all together?
I rolled a 17, but if that's a failure, I can add something to it.
It's not a
What if
failure.
it's just like, you know, levels of rolls unlock more things?
Then it's a failure if I roll too low.
Oh.
If you'd like to do one, it could get you more results. Who knows?
You know, we're not gonna get into anything. I'm gonna roll a d6 and use the psionic die.
Okay.
So as I'm, drawing on my map with my cartographer's tools, and I'm, leaving a little notation, and then I'm doing some measurements, I feel my hand sort of being guided by some other force than myself. Like, I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
It's kinda
Tell us what it
crazy.
means.
So over a 20, huh?
Yeah, 23.
Okay. Well, Kayth, as you are going through, I mean, there's tons. There's maps on top of maps. There's like maps of the whole world of Coralthea. There's maps of certain sections of the different regions. I mean, there's tons of stuff up here. There's little like lines that are drawn from place to place as though that was the route they were gonna take, and you'll notice that there's like a couple of spots show a very crudely drawn like cave. You'll notice that there's like a door, but they're kind of scattered all across Coralthea. Now, nothing very specific jumps out at you like, oh, I know what that is. But there is a lot here, and what you can gather by everything on the wall here is this might be an entire telling of his journey from beginning to end. If you were to sort of sequence these out, you might be able to find where his journeys began as an adventurer and where they ended as an adventurer. Because you'll find a map that has a route to here and just a big circle. And there isn't any map that shows lines or routes out of Tapas. So you think you found the end, but you don't know where the start is. You got a 23?
Yeah. Also, if this building has any form or function, I get to know it due to my background, you know.
If it what? Say that again?
You know, my archaeological background. No,
Its previous function was also house.
You will notice that there is... So all of these sort of show routes to places. But there's one in particular that... like, he draws icons of things, but this one in particular has a little heart on a spot that it looks like they camped. Or he camped. But there's a little heart next to it. It's different than the others. The others show sort of iconography of places or things. But this just shows a heart. And yeah, I think that's about all the knowledge you'll get from the maps and stuff. Oh, you were looking at the pictures and stuff too.
Well, do I know where it is on the map?
Where that is on the map?
Like, yeah, if I could look at my map.
Yeah. You see it's near the it's in what is now known as Drong, but used to be the northern part of Roram. And as for the pictures, you'll notice pictures of him. Now that you know which one's him, you'll see all the ones that have him in it, and most of them do. But you'll look through a bunch of them, and you'll notice one of him and a woman, and this woman seems to be in like I don't want to say heavy plate armor, but half plate. She seems to be in half plate and has sunbursts on her. And it seems as though she may have been a cleric. But the two of them seem to be very friendly and holding each other in this picture. But back to the conversation. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and pick that shipment up from, or my order from Mr. Caven, you should be able to take those scrolls, head over to my warehouse, cast alarm on the entire building. 2 to 3 of them should do it for you, and that should be all I need.
I have to stop there anyways.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay.
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, after you.
Why can't you do it? Not trying to be rude. I just...
It feels like there's a catch somewhere.
You have to be magically inclined to use scrolls effectively.
I believe if you're just able to cast magic, you should have the ability to read the scroll. There is a chance that you aren't able to cast it, but that's why I got a couple of them. Just in case.
And you can't cast magic.
No, unfortunately, I cannot cast magic myself. That's why I'm looking for adventurers who can do so. Plus, I could have probably gone out there and done something, but honestly, my bones are getting quite old, and squatting around a warehouse for an hour or so is just not what I want to be doing.
So, okay, I don't think we have any more questions about the quest. Then.
Wonderful. Well, you're more than welcome to stick around and chat for a little while and rest if you'd like. It's really up to you.
I think Moss was wondering what you did with the owl bears.
He fed them. I found his bag.
She's right. I did. I was able to head out there. I had a few tricks from my adventuring days, and
What kind of tricks?
just a couple of luring tricks. I made owlbear sounds, and I was able to lure them outside. And once I did, I showed them that there was food. I stayed a good distance away because you don't want to get too close to owlbears. If you do, you'll not have a great time. Yeah, basically. Especially me. I can't run, so... Anyway, I set up a few areas of food before I went and did the calls, and they were able to follow it out, and by the time they reached the end of it, I had led them near an area that should give them a new home.
Okay, bye. And Moss will stand up and start headed to the door.
All right. He'll take his tea and just start sipping it. Well, I guess this is goodbye.
Thank you for the tea.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thanks.
Let me know once you've protected my warehouse, and I'll give you your reward.
So, this is your story? I see the end over here. Can you show me the beginning, or is that... sorry, I don't mean to pry. I just feel like I'm looking at a masterpiece over here, and I feel like the rest of them don't appreciate it as much.
Yeah, we're walking out.
Yeah, of course. I can show you where the start of my journey was. Very nice of you to figure out that this is a story. Not a lot of people do. And he'll take you over to like the other side of the room near the fireplace, and he'll show you the map. And it's a very, very old map, and it's not of the world. It's of just a little small port town. And let me go get the name again really quick. Yeah, he will show you a town, or a little map of a little port town. And the town is... Where'd it go? It's Kepi. Kepi. Port town of Kepi.
Kepi.
Correct.
Those are some fine artifacts you have on your hearth. What do they say? Did they say something?
Artifacts? You talking about my old sword and shield?
I mean, at this point, they have to be artifacts. They've been on your hearth so long.
You're funny. I guess maybe they are artifacts. I mean, artifacts usually have some sort of value, and you can usually use them for something. But these old things, they're just for looking at nowadays. But no, this was my trusty sword and shield that lasted me throughout my adventures.
What's the sword's name?
It's a great question. And I haven't really talked about it in a long time. But it's changed. It used to just be Old Faithful for a long time. And then And then life happened, and I met someone, and I decided to change the name to Joanna.
RaRa sticks her head back in the door. Kayth, you're not trying to rob the nice old man who gave us tea as our client now, right?
I still think he's crazy.
No, I just wanted to know more of the story. I appreciate you sharing it with me. We'll get those alarm spells up and going. My name's Kayth.
It's nice to meet you, Kayth. And he'll put a hand out to shake yours.
I'll shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
You don't happen to have a map of the island, do you, around here?
The island?
You know, the one.
He wants to go to the island.
Tempts me every
He
day.
wants to go.
I'll be honest with you,
bit-
Kayth. There's a reason I ended my adventure here in Tapas. I ended up falling in love with this place, and I love that it's filled with adventure and mystery. But I never wanted to go searching for it, because I wanted to be able to see others do so. I think I find more fun in that nowadays than adventuring myself. And, I don't know. Maybe I'm just hoping that someday other people will find the mysteries of this place, and I'll be able to witness it.
Very cryptic, very chic. I like it. Thank
What
you for
else
your
does an
time.
old man do anyway?
Thanks again. I'll be on my way.
No problem. Like I said, head back once you're finished. And you guys will leave Mithras's home.
I chug my tea.
I assume you put the cup down, I hope.
Yeah.
And you guys will, you will head out of Mithras's home. You will notice that the sun is beginning to set, and it's getting a little dark. But as you guys go back out into Tapas, the lively port city will return to life. Where are we
Mr.
headed?
Caven. Mr. Caven.
I thought you were getting your stuff delivered.
Well, she wouldn't deliver it.
Okay, I didn't know I had a soft spot.
She was all like, "Oh, look at me! I am all alone, and it's so hard to be a single woman business owner in Tapas."
She's not going to be a single woman business owner very long.
You
When
think
she
Kayth-
looks back at Kayth.
You think
I'm
Kayth
in
will
my
do her
book.
deliveries for her?
Yeah, and then some.
I'll deliver something.
Relax.
Whoa.
Relax. Don't do it.
Stop.
Get some help.
Okay, so, all right, you guys will head back to the Mystic Haven, where it's still open. Who's going inside? Is everyone, or just what's going on here?
RaRa
I
burst
shoved
through the
Kayth
door.
through the
I'm
door.
picking up my order.
Might as well.
So everybody comes inside, and as you come in there, you'll see Alara, who is currently helping a customer actually, and she is giving him a couple of flasks of something, and a box. Hands it off to him. Says, "Have a good day," and then we'll see you guys come in. Oh, it's nice to see you again. I assume we're picking up your order.
Yes.
All right. And she'll turn around and rifle through a couple things, and then she'll pull it out, and she's got a box. Here it is. Everything you asked for.
We're also
Is it like a latch box or just open or?
A latch box.
So RaRa will unlatch it real quick and just double check.
Seems everything's in there.
I'm going to try and peek over her shoulder.
Are you hiding this, RaRa, or no?
No.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Moss,
still peeking. She's been
Moss.
so secretive.
Inside, you will see a couple of scrolls. You'll see what looks like fireworks, and a pouch of something. And am I missing anything, Joey?
No, that sounds right.
That's not. Yeah.
Is this
And these scrolls will. All I have to do is hit them, right?
That's right.
is this for your performance?
Of course.
We're also
Right,
here to
also-
pick up an order for Mithras Eldon. The
Yep.
alarm spell scrolls.
You're picking up an order for Mr. Eldon. And you see
I-
her sort of like perk up a little bit. Wow. Okay, of course.
Why do you
And,
seem surprised?
And she'll turn around to go get it, and well, I mean, I don't know. Mithras usually comes and picks up his own stuff. He hasn't.
He says his old bones are aching.
Oh, I know. He hasn't sent anybody to come get his stuff in a long time.
I don't
Is it
trust
next
him. I
to the
think he's
last group of
crazy.
people that's sent to pick up his stuff become big damn heroes.
Or dead.
He would-
Well, I mean, the last people to come pick up his stuff, well, I mean, I've been around long enough, but, last person to come pick up his things was his boy. Very, very long time ago.
he had a son.
He did. And a wife. And he'll pick up some things or she'll pick up his things and bring it over to the table, and it's like a tube. It's got some scrolls in it. She'll put it down. Yeah.
What happened?
And
to
I'll
them?
put my elbows on the counter and sort of put my hands like this. Very uncharacteristic for Kayth.
Okay.
It's giving.
So
The sun is going down, right, DM?
It is. It is.
RaRa like grabs her box and she's just like, I'll meet you guys at Seller's Rest and we'll book it out of this place.
Okay, bye.
RaRa gets going.
what more can you tell me?
Well, I know that a long time ago he lost his wife and kid. And, I mean, that's the most that we know here in town, at least for the people who have been here a while and know Mithras. But most we know is, like I said, his wife and son, they've been gone for a long time. But, Mithras has stayed here ever since. A lot of us don't know why. We all know he used to be a pretty big adventurer. But he hasn't left to go looking for him. People
Does
at
he-
first tried to ask him about it, but he kind of just brushed it off. Never really gave a straight answer. So nobody's really sure what happened.
I'm sorry to hear that. He seems like a nice, crazy person.
He really is. Probably one of the nicest people here in Tapas.
Do you know, was he part of a group or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I may not look it, but I'm pretty old. And,
You don't look like a day over your 200th birthday.
it's very nice of you.
How old are you?
Looks at you like you just hear like a pencil snap underneath the counter.
Are you really 200?
She looks at you. I'm 312.
Once you get past 150, though, it's like all the same year.
And mostly all the people are still the same people, or at least don't mean anything, especially for humans, but I'll tell you what, Mithras has made quite the impression on me. And I've known him ever since he was, or at least I met him before when he was much, much younger. When he was a real sailor, if you know what I mean.
Ooh.
All right.
But,
Do you remember what the name of his group was?
That's a good question. I don't. I remember they adopted a sunburst motif for a while, kind of the same as the temple here has, but it's really all I remember. I'm sorry.
Did he already pay for those alarm spells?
Oh yes, this is already. I mean, they've been sitting here for probably a week or so, maybe more. I was wondering when he'd come pick them up.
Well, it's always nice to see you. And I'm sure we'll be back in the shop.
I'll be happy to see you.
And I'll pick up the scrolls and awkwardly shuffle away.
You'll notice as you guys are leaving, someone will come in, and they look like adventurers as they come in. Actually, you see this like gnome, this gnome woman she's got this like cocky look on her face as she comes up to the door, and she turns around and punches a half orc right in his knee, gives him his thigh, gives him a Charlie horse. Come on! And they'll get in the door, and she'll raise up a coin pouch. One mystery pull, Elra! And she'll get in there and throw the pouch, and Elra will catch it. Another one, and as you guys are leaving.
These guys have money.
Well, they probably just came back from a dungeon or something.
Huh. Goodbye!
Bye! As you
And
guys
then I'll
leave.
leave.
You know, something Mithra said definitely was the mysteries in this town.
I think he's crazy.
I think your Mithra's going crazy.
He might be.
Well,
Are we doing this tonight? What time is it? Like,
do this now?
Did RaRa tell us what time her stuff was starting?
That's tomorrow.
That's
Oh,
tomorrow.
she just
Today's
ran
this is
home.
prep
She's
day
not doing
number-
anything. She
Yeah.
just ran away. Okay, yeah, let's go. Should we stop and get her?
I don't know if she's even going to be available for the rest of the day. She didn't really say anything.
Call her on your head.
I didn't attach it to anyone this morning because we didn't really set up a system with when you want me to do that or not.
Almost never.
It's only communication. You don't have to send any thoughts.
Well. Okay, let's go.
All right. Wait, do I still see RaRa running?
I was about to say, RaRa, where did you go after you left?
The Sailor's Rest. I'm sprinting, full sprint, to try to get there before the end of sunset.
You might see RaRa in the distance.
I use my psychic connection. I'll use my psychic connection, connect to Fizzi and RaRa,
You do that.
and I'll roll my d6 to see how long it's for. It's for the next 5 hours.
Wow. For the next 5 hours, you can talk in each other's heads. RaRa, you here?
I'm not reaching out yet.
Okay.
Kayth, did you do it?
No.
Are you sure? You were looking at her as she was running. You said you only needed to look.
I don't... Yeah, I'm connected.
Tell her that we're going to do the scrolls.
Moss
Did you tell her?
Moss wanted me to tell you that we're going to do the scrolls.
RaRa almost falls. Like runs into somebody, spins off them, hits a stand of something, knocks everything on the ground.
Mark, what do you mean? RaRa?
Why are you in my head?
That's not a conference call, Fizzi.
What do you mean a conference call?
Yeah, everyone on it can hear it.
Fizzi's never done it before, so
Yeah, but didn't Moss say that out loud?
Fizzi's
I did,
never
yeah.
done it
Yeah,
before, so
I don't know what's going on.
broadcasting.
I
Do you
can't
know
hear
how
you.
long
Who'd you
you're gonna
connect
take
to?
with your setup?
What do you mean, who do you connect to?
I don't need to set up until tomorrow, but I gotta meet somebody.
Can you hear his thoughts, Fizzi?
All right, well,
Who's-
we're gonna
yeah, who's
head
that?
over there. So just meet us when you can, I guess.
I love it.
Why
'cause
are
it's
you doing it now? It's dark.
That's when I do my best work.
Kayth, is she talking back?
Yes,
What do you mean? What?
I speak in
Fizzi,
Fizzi's mind.
Fizzi's
Calm.
hearing so many things at the same time. He's like, "What? What do you mean? What, RaRa?"
I mean, I guess you guys can do it tonight. I have things. It
Well-
didn't seem like it had to be done right away.
I mean, the festival is starting. We definitely want his warehouse to be secure before that.
Okay, well, you guess you guys can handle it.
All right. She says she's meeting someone, Moss.
Meeting someone?
Probably that bard. She's probably gonna fuck him.
What? Don't ever say that to me again. First of all,
it's probably just the tension. I could feel it when
stop
she's
talking,
really
Kayth.
she plays it
Stop.
off as
Moss
she's upset
leaves,
at him.
starts walking towards
but
Mr.
really,
Elden
she
Lord's
just
house.
wants to love
I can
him.
still hear you, please.
Well,
And
RaRa,
Fizzi, and Kayth will turn to Fizzi and be like, and that is how you get under someone's skin.
You did a great job.
so the three of you will head towards the warehouse. RaRa, you have made it back to the Sailor's Rest, and you're out of breath. The Sailor's Rest is lively as ever, as it is the night before the Tempest Fair. There's quite a few people here, and as you walk in, there's not a lot of places to be able to sit, but there is a stool at the bar available for you.
I take my box and I go up to the bar.
All right, you'll take your box, you'll go up to the bar. As you sit down, you don't see Marin instantly, so you do decide to take a look around and turn around, and you see the door open, and you will see Pierre as he comes through the door holding a box. Sorry, not holding a box, holding two very nicely fancy wrapped items.
My God, I made it just in time. I stand up on the stool. Pierre!
You stand up on the stool, your head hits the top of the bar. Pierre, and his little like circle egg-shaped self is like, and he'll come over, and he'll reach in his little pocket. He's got a little handkerchief. Dab. Oh, I'm glad I was able to make it. Oh, puts it away.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And he hands them to you. Please be very careful with these, RaRa.
Of course.
Yes. And I will pulls it back out, dabs again. I must get going. It's good seeing you.
Hold on.
And he like is about to leave. Yes.
Pull out a gold piece and give it to him.
Oh, thank you. And he'll take the gold piece.
Of course. It was
Much thanks.
For you and the delivery, anything.
He's got his little vest and he puts a little coin in there. He's like, oh, thank you. And takes it out one more time. Dab. Puts it back. And I'm off. He'll give you a little.
Thank you, Pierre. Thank Cleo again for me.
Of course. And as he's leaving, he'll pull out his handkerchief. No problem. I will tell her. Dab, 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 dab. Puts it away, opens the door, and heads out. You see, like right before he leaves. And Pierre will leave, and you will be left with your goods from the Mystic Haven and your goods from Cleo and Pierre.
Slumps back down on the stool. Hello, Marin.
There's a couple people sitting next to you on the stools who all go. They're startled and they have their beers and they spill a little bit. Oh,
Sorry.
they're like, why? And they're just like, oh. And they grab a napkin and they go dab 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 dab.
It's contagious.
They put their drinks down and they're, cleaning themselves up. And you yell that out. And coming around the corner to come back behind the bar, you'll see Marin, who is currently holding 2 plates of food. Hi, RaRa. And he'll put down the food here, and he'll take a towel, throw it over his shoulder, and head on over to you. And he'll come over, he'll put his arms up on the table, put a hand on his chin. So how was your day, RaRa?
So busy.
I'm sure.
I'm ready for an alcohol drink and to relax.
Alcohol, drink, and relax. So the usual then.
Yes.
All right, I can do that for you. And he'll stand back and he'll start getting ready to make your drink. And I didn't end up seeing Fizzi to give him his ribbon.
Well, he was gonna come over, but then they were like, "We're gonna go do another quest because we do our best work after dark."
Well, guys are doing a lot of quests lately, and he'll start getting your drink together. Well, were you able to put your ribbon up? He'll pour and all that stuff, and he'll bring your drink over. It's this like purpley orange thing. So he puts it on the table in front of you. It's in kind of like a martini-esque glass.
Oh, cool. I haven't, but I think I know what I want to do. Do you have ink and a quill?
Yeah, of course. And he'll give you your drink. He'll go behind the bar, take one of his charcoal pencils, and he'll bring it over to you. I have this.
And RaRa will take the ribbon out. And she'll start to put something on it. And then
He's cleaning a glass for another person to pour a drink.
she will take it and wrap it around the blue ribbon that's around the silver box that she got delivered.
That's not where you're supposed to put those.
I think it'll work for what I need it to, though, Marin.
Yeah, but I bought that specifically. You're supposed to put it on the docks. Never mind. You can do with it as you please.
Well, and she'll unwrap it. Don't tell anybody, okay? It's a gift, and she'll slide the ribbon across to Marin to read. It's in your text DM.
Oh, sliding in those DMs.
Sliding in my DMs. Oh my gosh, where did all these notifications just come from? Why does this say I kill... No, I'm just kidding.
RaRa
This is
will
a
also put her
lot.
finger.
There's a lot on a ribbon. I just want you to know that.
I don't know how big the ribbons were.
But it's fine. It should work.
It's fun. It's like the longest fortune cookie. You just keep pulling it out, and then the ribbon keeps going.
Yeah, this is Marin.
What's it say?
Marin will take it. He'll read it. He'll look at you and he'll look back at it. I think as long as you give this to her outside and the winds touch this ribbon, it'll be perfectly fine whether you attach it to the dock or not.
Thanks, Baron.
Hands it back to you. Did you want another drink?
Takes the first sip of this drink.
That's right. I got you one already. How about it? Snack?
Sure.
Okay. He'll turn around. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Put the glove down. And he'll grab like some cheese and crack. Or no, melon. He'll grab a melon. And he'll bring it over and he'll put it down on the counter, and then he'll grab a knife that he's got. Not a little knife. This is a knife. And he'll pop in half. He'll put it away, and then here. And
thank you, Baron.
He'll give you one half. He'll take his half and he'll hand it out for a kind of a toast.
Cheers. Look to the man on my left. Look to the man on my right who are just trying to enjoy their beers.
And then so Marin will tap you and to friends.
To friends.
He'll slurp it down. He'll take it and he'll throw it across the bar, and it'll perfectly Kobe into a trash can. If you need anything else, let me know, and he'll go.
I will.
He'll go serve some other people.
She'll
All
put
right.
her finger to her temple.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Mr. Fizzbang.
You can only... You don't know you're connected to Mr. Fizzbang.
He was talking.
Yeah, she heard him
He
earlier.
was on open band.
Yeah. Open bandwidth. Open channel.
RaRa, where are you?
I'm in your head, thanks to Kayth.
I can hear you.
I'm
You
sure he
also,
hasn't
yeah, all
explained-
three of you.
I am the source of this power.
I'm sure he hasn't explained the ability to you yet.
No.
Are you guys
well,
talking without
ask
me?
him to do that.
I can only do up to 3 people right now. I'm
Well,
sorry.
what are they saying?
Also, Marin has a wish ribbon for you when you get back. Don't forget to pick it up.
I was telling
Thank you,
Fizzi
RaRa.
about his wish ribbon.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to give that to him, but I didn't want to, so I gave it back to Marin.
I did the same thing.
Ah, funny.
We're still on the way to the warehouse.
Okay. I'm still waiting for things to happen here. Be careful.
What's happening? What are they? Is she coming
She's
with us?
making up
Just
an
be
excuse
careful.
not to come.
Not to come. Why doesn't she want to come?
I don't know.
Ask her.
That would let her know that I know what she's doing.
She can hear you.
She can only hear me when I want her to hear me.
Oh. Well, that's not true because I don't know how this works yet. But when I do, you're not going to hear anything when you're connected to me. And I keep walking.
All right.
Oh man. So
Wait, can you control what I think to RaRa?
no, you can think what you want.
Boss wants to know why you don't want to come.
You can.
Because I have
Go ahead.
stuff to do to get ready for the performance tomorrow. Also, I have
Okay.
to get to bed early. I don't want to be out in a warehouse all night.
Oh yeah, that's true. RaRa's got to get ready and have to do a routine. She doesn't want to be out all night. She's got to.
Also, you guys shouldn't be out all night. You have to do a big sailor thing.
We're just reading 3 scroll. I can't hear.
I only need 4 hours of sleep, so
What's happening? What are you guys saying without me?
I'm saying it. I'm saying it out loud at this point. I'm saying like I'm speaking it and also sending it to RaRa.
Sable feels your frustration and is like on your shoulder going tap 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 tap, kind of like Thumper. Like, what's going on?
First you didn't want anything to do with this power. Now you want to be hooked in.
Well, because you guys are all talking without me, and that doesn't feel fair.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we'll have to switch who gets attached.
I don't want to be
time.
attached. Let's go read a couple scrolls.
DM, if a table opens up by the one of the windows, I would like to move eventually, but other than that, I'm good.
Okay.
You're
Eventually-
muted.
We can't hear you.
Oh,
What?
you're not muted.
Hello?
You just weren't meeting the threshold.
Oh, weird. Okay. So eventually a window table would open that you could go to. I don't see why not at some point. So the three of you will head to Mithras's warehouse. Eventually you'll make it. The sun is gone and the moon is up now. But you guys will make it to Mithras's warehouse. Now, first couple of things you'll notice as you make it to the warehouse. It's old. It's definitely, like, you look around to the other warehouses, this thing's been here a while. But it's very sturdy. It doesn't seem like it's falling apart. It doesn't seem like it's getting like rotted out or anything like that, but it's definitely old. You can tell that just by its architecture and structure, but it doesn't seem to be falling apart or in bad condition. It's kind of more well maintained than his house is. But
Classic.
but either way, you'll see the warehouse, and it's not extremely large. I'd say it's about the size of a like a 1-car garage. And that's why it's old, because it's, back then, like, there was a lot more smaller ones made than bigger ones made, and it's for an individual person. So garage size is perfectly fine. A one wagon size. And but here it is in front of you. There is a door on the front side, and there is a door on the back side. So there's 2 doors, and there is a very dirty window, which is weird because it's very well maintained, but the window is dirty, almost as if it's deliberate so that you can't see through it. But here you are. This is the warehouse.
All right. Who's gonna read it?
I point at Fizzi.
What? Are you serious?
Fizzi knows
Fizzi-
the most magic. Fizzi reads the scrolls.
Fizzi,
I've never seen Fizzi do magic ever in my life.
I point to the giant magical being that's following us
He made
everywhere
that
we go.
with a hammer.
And magic.
No, a little bit of chutzpah.
A hammer and chutzpah, Kayth?
He agreed to the little and the magic part too.
Fizzi, if you could just start with an Arcana check really quick.
I would like to assist him.
Oh, yeah. Allegedly,
you
I'm
would
good at
not
that.
be able to assist because
Moss.
you don't cast
That's a
magic.
+0.
I have a +2 in Arcana.
You do. That's nice.
Read a
Fizzi,
scroll before.
you've read a school before? Is that what you
A
said?
scroll, a magical scroll before. I read one before.
I read one before.
I read one before.
Fizzi, before everything, I mean, they're talking about who should cast the spell, and it's back and forth, blah, blah, blah. But as you look at the scrolls for a moment, you will realize that these are the alarm spell, but they're altered in some way. They seem to have a longer enchantment. But what you will notice is that you're able to notice and read a lot of the information on it really well. So you're pretty sure that it uses a lot of the same runes and inscriptions that you use. Now,
Okay.
out of game mechanically, what that means, this spell is on your potential spell list. It is not on Moss's potential spell list. So, so real quick, we hadn't come across this yet because you hadn't come across any loot. Well, you didn't get any loot that had spell scrolls in it yet. So, how spell scrolls work, guys, is anyone who can cast spells or has a spell casting ability can use a scroll. Now, if the spell is a spell already on your spell list, then you can easily, automatically cast the spell, no problem, and it doesn't use up any spell slots. If it is a spell that is on your potential spell list, but you do not have it right now, then you are able to cast the spell. You have to roll an Arcana check still. Oh, shoot, no.
If it's the level that you can cast, you can cast it.
Thank you. That's what it is. My bad. Sorry.
Unless it's not even on your spell list.
Right.
If it is, yeah. If it is a spell that is potentially on your spell list, but not something you have... So, like, Fizzi, you don't have the alarm spell. But it's possible you could.
It is.
So
Yeah,
it is possible something that you could cast.
Sure.
If the spell you are reading is one you could cast and of a level you can cast, then you can do it automatically. But if it's on your list, but not a level that you can cast yet, then you have to roll. Then, if you're a spellcaster who is reading a spell off a spell scroll and cannot cast that spell whatsoever, then you have to roll. And that's basically it. So anybody who has a spellcasting ability can use scrolls. It's just dependent on how easily you can use that scroll that is determined by your spellcasting ability. So, Fizzi, for you, this is a spell. What's the highest level you can cast?
Level 1.
It's a first level spell.
Yes, Alarm is a first level spell. But this Enchanted Alarm spell is a second level spell.
Oh.
So can you cast second level spells or no?
No.
Okay. All that means is that you have to roll for this scroll. And it's really easy. It's 10 plus the level of the scroll, so 12. So each time you try to cast this, you just have to roll an Arcana check, and it has to beat a 12. As long as it beats a 12, you will cast the spell. Now, because it's on your spell list, because it's on your spell list, if you fail, it doesn't cause a mishap. But it would be used up. But anyway, when you're ready, you just go ahead.
What's the 17 for?
That was for learning the information I just gave you.
Oh, I figured in a world of spellcasting.
In a world. I will say though that check was pretty good, so you could have I was gonna say you could have advantage on your first roll, but you got it. You don't need it.
What if it's a natural 20? It's the best spellcasting off a scroll ever.
Well, first things first is Fizzi. You will start to read the scroll. And let's have a little fun with this. Fizzi, tell me how you cast this alarm spell. What happens when you do it? Do you know the alarm spell? That's the first question.
So, I mean, I can learn it, but I do not currently know it.
No, like David, do you know how the alarm spell works?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll explain it then. All right, so Fizzi, you will take the scroll. You guys will hear him start to utter some things and move his hands across the page. And then when he does, because Moss, you're probably intently staring at this.
Yeah.
You're
With
studying.
my arms crossed and my brows furrowed.
What's he doing? So you watch as he's casting, and all of the letters and inscriptions start to glow. And they all glow with like this, kind of the same orange as Fizzi's wrench. And it'll glow, and then all of the words will start coming off of the page and form into this line that eventually, when it happens, they'll all form up just above Fizzi's face, and then will tighten really hard. And it's about like a foot-long string, it looks like. And then Fizzi, you'll point across parts of the warehouse, which will cover about 20 feet. You'll do that, and you'll watch as that string magically anchors to the spot where Fizzi starts, and then goes all the way to where Fizzi ends, which is 20 feet's worth. And then you will watch that once he does, it will glow a little brighter, and then pulsate, and then turn invisible.
Moss rolls her eyes.
Yeah, Fizzi, that seemed to cover a good portion. One more of these should definitely do it.
There it is.
Oh! Would you like to enter monologue?
No, we have an extra one.
You do. You guys watch as Fizzi's like, oh, heck yeah. Starts doing it again.
Fizzi, hold on. What if we went inside the warehouse to take a look around before we, I don't want to take anything. I just want to see,
That's what messes Fizzi up. And Fizzi, you mess up. You're doing that, and you go like, what? And then, Moss, you're watching. You'll watch as the letters start to rise like they did before. And then they just go, puff of smoke. And then
Great job, Fizzi. Now I can't play around with the extra scroll.
Do you want to try the last one?
Kinda.
We only have one more. This is the last one.
Moss,
I'm gonna go inside the warehouse.
You do have a spellcasting ability, so you can try this. Now, the DC is going to be 10 plus the spell's level, and then because you don't have the ability to cast a spell, like it's not on your spell list, it'll add 1, so it's 13. Are you ready? Wait.
So,
Kayth is going into the building or not?
Yeah, I'm going into the warehouse.
are you gonna set off the alarm?
No.
He can go on the side of the warehouse that isn't alarmed yet. There's a door on each side. But you would have to wait for him.
Okay, I'll wait.
I'm gonna sneak.
Kayth, you will go up to the door.
Sneaky.
It's locked.
Sneaky.
You're very stealthy. The door is still locked.
I take out my lockpicks.
You take out your lockpicks. And you will attempt to lockpick, I assume?
So that is a... What is that? 8. So 4. So that's a 16.
Plus 8?
I'm expertise in thieves' tools.
This guy's got plus 8. So 4 from proficiency, and then you have an 18 dex?
And then, yeah, I have an 18 dex.
Damn, okay. Yeah, so you're getting in there. Seems to have opened. Do you venture in further?
I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
I feel around inside the doorway with my Mage Hand.
The Mage Hand is in there. You don't feel anything the Mage Hand does.
No traps. I'm just rushing around the door.
It doesn't seem like any traps activate.
All right. Walk inside.
Kayth walks inside, and that is where we will take a break. So please get your peas, your poops, your drinks, whatever you need.
Peas, poops, drinks.
We will be back in about 5-ish minutes. Don't go away. And we are going to find out what is in this warehouse.
Hey there, dipshits, it's me, Joey, aka Slooty Mage.
I'm Hunter, voice of Hunter Taylor.
And I'm Carter, Geagle Eagle. We're
Older and Dumber.
Every Friday, we drop wisdom, humor, and a whole lot of nonsense. You won't want to miss it. Become a patron today for as low as $5 a month. Get early access to all our episodes and exclusive behind-the-scenes looks at all the things we're doing and May's super secret editing notes.
Shout out to all our awesome dipshits. Your support really helps keep this madness going.
Join the crew, be a dipshit. It's an exclusive club and you're invited. Throw Dipshits mark your calendar every Friday for a dose of older and dumber craziness. See you there. Fade to black. Now my stand. Fade to black.
It's gone to watch the snow.
Hello, everybody. We are back for this wonderful, exciting adventure. But before we get directly back into it, a few words from our Joey.
Oh shit, that is my job.
My name is
Guys,
Joey.
if you're enjoying what you're watching so far, you can follow us here on Twitch. But it's even better if you sub here on Twitch, because then you don't have to watch ads, and you can catch up on the VODs, so you can stay current with the campaign. If you don't care about watching live, though,
Which is
welcome back.
more
Matt.
than
This
they
is
said we
our
were gonna
friend
get.
May. She's excited about the snow. If you don't care about watching live, you can catch us on YouTube. That's where all our other content is. We do a little tee-hee ha-ha over there with our podcast. We've got other D&D content. Check it out. YouTube.com/older, the letter N dumber. Yeah, make sure to sub, comment, do all the things to help us beat the algorithm, share. If you're enjoying this, you need to boost it. That helps us out tremendously. Final thing, patreon.com/older and dumber. If you want the content to be better, you want us to improve it, you want us to get David a better computer so it's not going the whole time. Back us on Patreon, slow as $5 a month to get started. That's less than a cup of coffee at your favorite coffee place.
Thank you so much, Joey, for those wonderful words. So, let's go ahead and jump right back into this, guys. We are currently at Mithras Eldon's warehouse, where Kayth has decided to do a little sneaky sneak inside.
You rob him blind.
Exactly, that's what I heard, is to rob him blind.
Wouldn't it be funny, Fizzi, if I waited for him to go inside and then cast alarm?
Yes.
It's a 10-minute spell to cast. I said I would be in here for 5 minutes.
I really hope it's just like his dead family stuff in the storage unit.
I hope
I'm
it's
not
hoarders.
stealing anything.
All right. Shh. Calm down. You open the door and you will look inside. First you check for traps and nothing seemed to go off. As you step inside of the warehouse, this music is way too creepy and not what I wanted.
I'm scared.
So we're just going to use the docks.
Run to the bridge.
So, as
This
you walk
foe is
in-
beyond any of you.
As you walk in, first thing you're going to notice is that it's cluttered but organized and seems to be filled with a mix of what seems to be goods and maybe some gear, rations maybe. There's even some barrels in the center of the room. But just as you take that in for a moment, you look around, and first you see a small desk with a ledger and a quill that sits near the door. And above that desk is a framed map of Coralthea. And it's marked with several small different colored pins. You'll then also notice that there are these wooden shelves that line the walls. And there are crates and barrels stacked in a neat row in the center of the room. You'll also notice that there is a display case over on one of the walls that has some things in it. And you'll notice on another side of the wall that there is sort of this wall of memories, it seems like. There is a couple of sketches, some pressed flowers. There's a framed picture of what you know to be Mithras, a woman, and a young boy.
Joanna.
And a young boy. There is what looks like toys, like children's toys in this area. You'll see a wooden horse. On a desk or on the shelf is like a worn ball. You see little tiny boots, a small shell collection, and a child's blanket. And in one corner, you'll see propped up against the corner is these like training dummies that are made out of like burlap sacks, couple wooden practice swords and shields, and a set of heavy stones. And that's sort of the lay of the land in here as you look around.
Can I go over to the map and see if there's a key for the pins? Like, are the pins differently colored? Like, is there any reference to it easily visible to see what they mean?
So you'll slowly walk over to the desk and take a look at the map. Like I said, there are several different colored pins placed in a bunch of different places across the map. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of correlation that would tell you what those pins mean.
Can I pull out a map, just a regular map of Coralthea,
Sure.
and I'm going to mark those on my map with...
Now, it is a lot. There's probably 40 to 50 pins in here. It would just be a little time consuming to match up each spot, but you could do it.
Are they towns, does it look like? Or does it look like they're specific, like...
Some of them are
random-
on towns. Some of them are on cities. Some of them are just in the middle of the forest. Some of them are on the coastline. There's tons of them.
I'm going to mark as many as I can in a minute.
Okay. What else would you like to do in here?
I'm going to do a quick glance through this ledger.
As you open it up, every page,
With my mage hand.
every page is blank.
Kayth, are you fighting someone?
No.
What's taking so long? I thought you just had to put down a couple of spells.
It's a quest, RaRa.
Yeah, it was a quest to say, please alarm this building.
Fizzi,
Twice, or maybe 3 times if we don't fuck up.
Fizzi, you hear the conversation outside.
We'll be back soon.
Okay.
I mean, this is obviously an invisible ink or something. I put it back down. There was a display case.
There's a display case.
I'll take a glance over in the display case.
In the display case, you will see there is 4 spots, 4 like square areas, and each of them has a shelf. In one of them, you see a rusted dagger with a blood red gem in its hilt. In another, you see a silver amulet engraved with a sunburst.
Hold on 1 second. Sorry.
Riveting.
A dagger. Dagger with what?
A rust. There's still the first one. A rusted dagger with a.
He's writing a dagger.
No, I was writing the other stuff I found so far, like the map with a bunch of. I just forgot to take notes on them, and I wanted to remember.
I'm putting them in the chat for you. A rusted dagger with a blood red gem in its hilt. Then after that, you see a silver amulet engraved with a sunburst. Then you see a journal bound in cracked leather. After that...
Does it look like it has a face on it?
You're not there. Then a set of 6 ivory dice with strange symbols instead of pips. That is what you see in the display case.
And other than that, there was target dummies, the child play area. Okay, for the rest of the 5 minutes, I don't know. I'm just going to try to match more locations on a map.
Can you roll a
And then get out of there.
D100 for me?
Sure. 64.
And what's your luck score?
I don't think I have one.
I think everybody's got one now.
I don't.
I've never rolled a luck score.
I'm pretty sure we had you roll 3d10.
Maybe.
No.
I don't know.
Check.
I rolled one, but I don't know about everybody.
I don't have it written in my usual spot. I don't think I have
Well, then
one.
roll 3d10 and let's get you your luck score.
Oh wait, no, wait.
There you
I
go.
don't think so. It might be
Where's
11.
that taste of
Does
war?
11
when we
sound
need some-
right?
Probably 11 then.
Okay.
If you have just
I'll
like
up it.
if you have just like a 2-digit number written somewhere, that's probably.
Well, I'm sure that Joey will find it in the clip somewhere, but for now it's 11.
So up or down?
Up 75, baby.
75 will do it. You're walking around and you're checking things out, and you just said that for the last couple of minutes or whatever's left, you're just going to look around. As you take a step back to look at another spot, you hear a "Crrrt," and you step on it again. "Crrrt."
Like a trap door?
No. There's something up with this floorboard.
Take a look at it. I'll get down on my crouch over and try to see if it's a false or if it's what's going on with it.
You will notice that it is a loose floorboard and that it can come right up.
I'll open it up with my mage hand as back a little bit.
Inside, you will see a closed envelope with a flower on top of it, and a few other little like trinkets.
I put it back. All right. Okay. I put it back, and I'm gonna start walking out.
Oh, I forgot. You did see another thing on the wall of memories, and it was a certificate of commendation from the Bontum Empire for heroism.
Damn.
So, Kayth, then after that, you will leave. You guys watch as Kayth comes out, I assume locking the door behind you.
Yeah.
And you see Kayth come out.
All right. I'm satisfied with whatever information I just got.
Well,
There
Do
was
it,
a display
Moss.
case with it looked like some magical or at least expensive things. I don't know. It was kind of a bunch of oddities. I don't know. It could be anything. There was a hidden floorboard with looks like maybe some things he wanted to leave to someone. It looked like a letter. I didn't peek into that. There was a map that had a bunch of pins in it in random locations that I didn't know anything about. A ledger that was definitely written in some kind of illusionary script or invisible ink. My theory is invisible ink. And also, what else? I'm missing something. Oh, he had a commendation from the Bontum Empire. Yeah.
well, who the heck wants to steal any of that?
I mean, there was a dagger with a blood red gem in it. There was a silver amulet engraved with a sunburst, a journal bound in cracked leather, and a set of 6 ivory dice. So any one of those things could be valuable. We don't know. And I didn't really want to break into his display case in case he had alarm cast on it.
Just his warehouse, so I could see what he has.
I just wanted to see what he has in case, we'll need information. He said some very strange things, and he said was very ominous about the mysteries going on in this town. And I just thought, this mystery is probably going to smack us in the face at some point. Might as well investigate everything.
Kind of
I start reading the scroll.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Kayth.
All right, roll us an Arcana check, Moss. Here you go.
Plus
You
0.
have 13 or higher. I thought you had a plus 2
wait,
Arcana.
No.
Fizzbang, do you want to show her what you did with your hands
Oh.
with the scroll?
Yeah, let me show you, boss. Is that allowing for advantage?
It is not on her spell list in any way, shape, or form. But I will allow that because you're helping instead of the +1 because it's not on her list. It's not a 13 you need, it's a 12 you need.
Let's go.
Got a +1. Look at that.
Okay, ready?
So ready.
Set. What was
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Oh, for those of you who can't see, she got a 12.
We need a way to show. We need a way to show rolls.
I mean, I do have it when we're on this screen. So here I can.
Oh, okay.
Look, you guys can see it's a 12. But we weren't in battle, so I don't have it up. But I should have while we were rolling things.
It would be nice if we could just have like a die that rolls up every time.
Oh,
That would be nice.
yeah. We'll look into it, guys.
Yeah.
So anyway.
You can do that.
So anyway, Moss. Knowing how I said it earlier, how does Moss cast this spell?
Wait, I had advantage. Should I try for bigger?
I didn't say
stronger?
you had advantage.
Oh, that's
You got
true.
a +1.
Okay.
You got
Yeah.
it,
All right,
yeah.
I got excited. Moss is going to, like, even though she was mad, she was watching Fizzi so intently that she's going to just try and copy everything that he just did.
Okay. I'm gonna say because you got it exactly what you needed, you don't copy everything he did,
Of course.
but you get pretty close. And so you're taking the spell and you're and you take your hand and at first there's nothing happening and you're like, But
It's
then-
sort of a squiggly line.
Yeah, the letters turn green and come off of the page, and it'll start to form, and it'll pull a little bit, but you can see it's springy, but it has this sort of essence about it, and you're just in fascination. I mean, this is like the first real spell that wasn't one of the ones you already know, and when you do it, you sort of
feel that warmth.
You feel warmth in your forearms
from RaRa,
and and you'll copy what Fizzi did and anchor points and bring it to the other side. It will glow and then turn invisible, and you have done.
I'll go for a high five for Moss.
I high five him. Did
Yeah,
you
great job.
fucking see that?
That was awesome.
That was a great job, Moss.
It was only because we had no more. That's what I learned from this. Everything needs to be urgent.
Everything urgent. Nice. Well, you guys have completed the quest.
That seems too easy. Does that seem too easy?
I really thought there was going to be like a monster in the warehouse that he was keeping under wrap, like in a cage or something.
Well, that's because you didn't touch those dice. Or the dagger.
I kind of wanted to.
I mean,
All right.
It technically wasn't even be me touching it.
Let's go take the quest back and get back to RaRa.
yeah.
All right, you guys will then head back to Mithras' house. Let me go ahead. It is definitely nighttime now. It's much darker than before. But you guys will head to Mithras' house. You'll make it there. You'll see the door. Who's knocking?
Fizzi will.
Fizzi will knock. Do you use the lion head or do you knock on the door?
Can I reach the lion head?
Yeah.
Then yes, I'll use the lion head.
This door is short friendly. You take it, and you'll hear coming, and the door will open, and you will see Mithras in front of you. Hey, were you able to finish protecting my warehouse?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
We are. Like to turn in the quest.
What? You're like holding it up? All right, thank you. Do you guys want to come inside?
Do you want to go inside? Sure.
Oh, okay, yes.
Well, come on in, come on in. It's always nice to see familiar faces.
Great.
Guys will come inside, and he still has the same like tray over on the table of the teas that were available earlier.
RaRa's
And
like
he'll-
pacing in the bar, and she's like, "I'm sure they're fine, man. Kayth didn't say they were fighting anybody. They're probably not fighting anyone. It's probably just, they have to read the scrolls. I'm sure they're gonna turn them in the morning. Like, why would they bother an old man in the fucking middle of the night? That's crazy."
As you guys come in, you will notice that the fire is it's roaring. It's very warm in here. There's like a blanket on his chair, like he was sitting with it before you guys got there, and there's like a book on a little end table next to it. But he'll come in. Come in. Go ahead and sit down. I'll grab your reward. And he'll head into another room, and you'll hear him rifling through some things. And eventually he'll come back, and he's got a pouch. Well, here you go. And he'll come over and hand it to whoever puts their hand out first.
Me?
But you didn't even want to be here.
I know.
You put your hand out. He will drop a pouch in your hand. Again, thank you so much for doing this. I really needed the help. My old bones can't quite get around as good as they used to.
Insight check.
Sure,
I would like
please.
to assist with
make
that insight check.
Yeah, you don't know she's fucking insight checking right now in game.
Insight checks are a little bit different. They're not exactly something you
Well-
can help with.
I
But,
still do it.
but you could do your own insight check or something else if you wanted.
I just don't trust the fact that he couldn't read the scroll himself.
Or that he has old bones.
Well, he probably does have old bones.
A 12. He certainly is old. Almost looks as old as Mr. Shulbin. Maybe even a little bit older. You don't know. He is very jovial and round, so it's hard to tell exactly what aches about him, but
Roundness always disguises the age.
right. But you can tell when he walks that there is a bit of a slowness and a dip, like in his hip when he's walking. So you don't think he's lying about how hard it is for him to get around. But boy, does he not look happy. But he doesn't seem to be lying in any way. Not that you can tell. With a 12. But anyway, he hands you the pouch.
Does he notice there's 3 and not 4, DM?
Did one of you die on the way here? No.
I mean,
By
not five.
protecting the warehouse.
So he hands you the pouch and... Well, would you guys care to stick around for some food, or, is there somewhere you have to be? I notice one of you isn't here.
Yeah.
She has a show tomorrow night. If you want to make it into town, she's prepping for it. That's why she's not here.
She's doing a show for the Tempest Fair tomorrow.
Yep, she gathered all of her supplies today.
Do you know what time?
After the hot bard.
Talked. RaRa, what time is your concert again?
Just after sundown.
Just after sundown.
After the hot bard.
Maybe I'll be able to make it. I guess I'll have to see how hot this bard is.
But I'm sure I would love to share a meal and talk some stories. Just tonight, it's late in RaRa.
No.
Probably worried sick about us.
Don't apologize. Everybody has
You
their own
guys
lives
dead?
and adventures. There's
She's
no
talking
need
to
to
me
tell
right
me.
now.
Oh,
She
I
is?
see.
What is she saying?
She's saying, "Are you guys dead?"
No!
Moss says no.
Oh, good.
Well,
Another night, though.
of course. Well, again, thank you all for helping me out, and hopefully I'll see you all again tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Wonderful.
once again for the opportunity.
Yes, thank you. Also,
course.
we weren't properly introduced before. Name's Fizziwick Fizzbang. Extended a handshake.
It's nice to meet you, Fizzi. And honestly, I'm not huge on formal greetings. I really care more about the character of what you do and the actions you take. But that's not mean to say that I can't learn your name, because I do love learning the name of a friend.
I elbow Moss.
That hurt. Moss.
That hurt Moss. Huh. Quite a name.
Ha ha ha.
I assume it's just Moss, and then puts out a hand.
Moss. And she looks at the hand. And she says, okay. Bye.
And just fell fucking after Moss.
Have a good night.
You all have a good night as well. And you guys will leave Mithras' home. And you will have completed another quest!
40 gold each. Well, 40 gold total.
Yes. 40 gold total. Split is 10 gold each. But you all have completed yet another quest. And being level 3, that's 50 times 3, 150 XP.
Let's go.
I thought we don't do that till the end.
I just want to be able to remember.
150 XP?
150.
It would be 150, yes. All right. So
Oh,
the
level
three of
up.
you... Shut up. The three of you will leave Mithras' home and head back towards the Sailor's Rest. We'll go ahead and speed this up. There's not really anything on the way there, unless you guys need to do something on the way there.
RaRa's looking out the window like a fucking dog.
RaRa, you will see Kayth, Fizzi, Moss, and our big buddy round the corner, and Sable.
I grab the silver package and I run outside to meet them.
You guys see RaRa burst out of the door.
Hi. You
Hi.
did the quest. Here's your 10 gold.
Oh, thanks. I didn't think you'd pay me because I wasn't there.
You're
We're a
part of the
team.
group.
Yeah, you're part of the part. You're part of us. Of course.
Cool. Thank you.
Do we have to start paying
was
our
worried.
big buddy? Because I don't want to do
No,
that.
he's not up for
No.
it.
He's okay. I was just making sure, guys.
You say he's not a real person. Just looks at you.
Of course he is.
Kayth, Marin's holding a table for us right now. It's got my box on it and then another box in red wrapper. Can you get it so that he doesn't have to stand there?
I walk through
Fizzi,
the door.
Marin
Do I
has
see it through the window?
Marin has a ribbon for you if you want to go grab it.
Oh yeah. Thanks, RaRa.
No problem.
So, Fizzi, you head inside, and Kayth, you head inside?
I guess I start following behind them.
Wait, Moss, hold on.
I go inside.
Never mind. I stop.
Here, this is for you. And RaRa will hand you a box with wrapping paper and blue ribbons.
What, with wrapping paper and blue ribbons?
Mm-hmm.
For me?
And it has one of the wish ribbons wrapped around the other ribbon. Yeah, this is for you.
Is this wish ribbon what some would call a very long fortune cookie ribbon?
Yes. I'm texting you, Moss.
Look at the ribbon.
Check your text messages.
I
for the-
open
Okay.
my text. I read. I have to restart my messages app.
Oh
Of
my
course.
god.
I read it.
Okay, you
To
read-
Moss, the first person to encourage me to get up when I fall. The first person to offer me a hand while I was in pain. My wish for the winds of Coralthea is that you're my first real friend. RaRa.
What?
That's so
Moss.
sweet.
Moss has some tears, and she doesn't even open the box. She just hugs RaRa. And then squeezes probably a little too tight.
My ribs still hurt a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. Of course. Sorry, I forgot that you were almost... Anyway. What is this?
Well, I had I had to get a costume for myself for the fair, but I might seamstress do up something for you.
Oh. I open the box.
Would you like to describe it, Joey?
Do you have the descriptions pulled up? Because I do not.
I do.
Go ahead.
Moss, you will open the silver foiled paper, and inside contains this very nice, fine clothes, and probably the nicest clothes you've ever seen. And as you take it out, you see this sleeveless sweater top that is knitted from this like extremely soft and lightweight blue cashmere. And then there is a supple leather waist cincher that's dyed the same light blue. And the cincher becomes sort of flared, becomes like a flared skirt at the hips. The pants are a dark forest green silk that are cinched at the knees, and there's like a matching waist wrap from which a light green cotton hangs that would drape over your leg. There's shoes that are a deep sea blue flats made from soft buckskin. And then there are 2 hair combs made from red cedar from Ashen that you will notice as you hold it. And it's inlaid with emerald chips. And and then there is like an undergarment that's the small clothes that are soft white cotton, and they're incredibly airy and light. And there is also a green silk ribbon that seems off from the rest of the outfit.
That's for Sable.
Look at this, buddy. You got one too.
You'll see Sable like over your shoulder. He's feeling emotions and and then just sort of collapse on your shoulder and like has his paws on top of his head.
Just wanted you to look your best, you know. Maybe you can impress that town guard that has a crush on you.
Yeah. The town guard. Thank you. This is everything. It's incredible. You're my first real friend too. So, thank you. Yeah, this is... Thanks.
Well, you should probably get inside.
Yeah.
Do the 2 of you come out with the things that RaRa sent you in for?
No.
I told Kayth to hold the table, and I told Fizzi that Marin had a ribbon for.
Wait, did you just say you went upstairs?
Oh, yeah.
So the 2 of you will go inside. You'll see Fizzi at the bar with Marin. Kayth is nowhere to be found. And the table that had your stuff on it. Did you say that Marin was holding the table for you or no?
Yeah, I did say that Marin was holding the table.
Okay, never mind then. You'll see Fizzi at your table with Marin, who Marin gives Fizzi the ribbon and then heads off towards the bar. But Kayth is nowhere to be found.
I walk up to Fizzi. Where'd Marin go?
Marin?
Where's Kayth? Kayth was supposed to hold the table.
Well, it was just Marin here, and I think Kayth went upstairs. Excuse me.
Well, at least you did.
Good to see you, RaRa.
It's good to see you too. And I will start to take the wrapping off of the other package.
Of your clothes.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe your clothes?
Yeah. So RaRa pulls out a new top, and she's like, "So this is the stuff I got for my performance tomorrow. I want to know what you guys think." She pulls this out, and the top is it's like a halter top, and it's got a flame motif on it, and the flames are all done up in gold dust and like crushed ruby. So like as soon as the light hits it, it actually like ripples like fire.
Ooh. RaRa, that looks great. You're going to be wearing that tomorrow for your show?
Yeah.
Your
And then there's bottoms that match, and then she pulls out the boots, and they're like knee-high black leather boots that are treated so that when the light hits them, they also go from like black to red.
How did you... Who did this?
So I have a great seamstress. Her name is Cleo Genevieve. She's right off the Grand Plaza.
You're telling me you came to Tapas and not only did all of these quests, but also found yourself a personal seamstress?
Well, yeah, I needed repairs done.
Oh. I'm gonna look up at Fizzi. Is that normal?
Yeah. I mean, my parents definitely had certain tailors that I'd go to.
Do I need to find a seamstress?
I mean, you could just use my seamstress.
What DM would I have any knowledge of that seamstress
Of the one from your family?
from the one that Joey used, Cleo?
Cleo. It's a good question of whether or not you've met Cleo or not yet. I will say the morning time will be a great time to meet her, especially if you're trying to get your own outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, Fizzi, did you need something for the fair? I didn't know.
Actually,
if you
wait
were...
a minute. I thought, now that I think about it, didn't Fizzi give you instructions to give to Cleo too?
No.
I thought I remembered.
So I
drip off
you asked about
David gave me instructions.
Okay, I thought in character Fizzi. Oh, because he didn't know you were going there. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so never mind. David gave Joey the instructions for his outfit.
Yeah.
But didn't.
Well, I might have to pay for an express job from Miss Cleo.
Oh, they might have stuff too. I mean, like on hand.
Oh well. Yeah, you. I'll find her tomorrow. Thanks. Thank you, RaRa.
Of course.
Anything else you guys would like to do before heading to bed?
Meditation. Guided. Loud. Louder than anyone's ever heard.
Normal.
It's always
normal
blasting.
Nighttime routine. Also, while after Moss goes to bed, RaRa she's got a couple of pieces of cotton that she's gotten that she can just stuff in her ears.
Ah, I see. All right. Then all of you will head to bed with your nightly routines. Kayth, you went up to bed early, so I assume you're already sitting in your chair with a cup of tea next to you and the can on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fizzi, as you walk in, you catch the can, put it back as you close the door.
I'll wait for Buddy to come in, then put it back.
Oh, good point. Yes, Buddy
he's gonna
is
sleep
going
in
to sleep.
Yeah.
Just stands there and watches you guys
Just like
sleep.
you sleep.
Well, luckily there's another bed that's
He
not being
doesn't
used.
need a bed.
He just stands.
You guys have a separate room, don't you?
Yeah,
No,
there's
two
still
of them-
4 rooms
Four
total.
rooms.
there is 4 rooms, but you guys have chosen to sleep in pairs.
I like that that Kayth and Fizzi still have a double room, even though Kayth doesn't need a bed and we have a single.
Nice.
Well, I mean, I guess Fizzi can go back to his own room now that we're not worried about being attacked in the night.
That's a good point. Fizzi, you go
Fizzi,
to
I'm always worried about being attacked in the night.
Well, now that I
I point at the
over here,
can.
I'm not too worried.
So then, Fizzi, you decide to go to your own room for the first time.
Yep.
All right. So you and our big buddy will head to your room, and you all will head off to bed and sleep for the night.
DM, real quick, does the door open in, or do I have to pull it into the hallway?
Goes in.
Oh, cool. So I'm just gonna put our big buddy right in front of the door.
Anybody
Stand
tries to open it,
here.
clunk, clunk, clunk.
Whap.
Nice. I like it. It's your own
He's just
personal
like,
cane.
"Hey, man, sorry, this room is rented."
Oh,
Yes.
could he have an alarm, like a wake up alarm? Like if he gets hit, like wah, wah.
Would you like him to come up with something?
That would be really cool.
He
Yeah.
nods. He nods. He's like, you don't know what it is, but he's got something in mind.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I'll go for a high five.
He puts up his wrench hand.
I'll work with it.
Nice. All right. You all will ready yourselves for bed, and get excited for the next day to come as the Tempest Fair begins tomorrow. You all will drift to sleep, and I need everyone to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Is this against magic?
Or charmed.
Yeah,
Not-
charm.
Not charm. Is it against magic?
Yeah, because if it is, I have advantage. That's the only reason I need to know.
I'll say yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, RaRa, I see you. Good.
Uy, boje.
Add it to the chat.
Oh,
Add it to the
a
Oh,
natural
nat 20.
one. Or a nat 20.
At 20.
Oh, there was a natural 1 earlier, too. Did we add that?
We
Yeah,
got it,
they got my one.
Okay. So, Fizzi and Moss.
Rip.
Nightmare.
So, Fizzi and Moss, as you guys go to bed, you'll fall asleep. You'll go into a regular slumber. But during the night, you have this dream that you don't remember everything about it, but the things you do remember are this red glow, a swirling, and the sound of loud winds. Both of you have the same dream. RaRa and Kayth, as the two of you go to bed, you will have a dream / trance / you can see something. As you go to bed and dream about this thing, you dream about something. It's very clear to you. But nothing else happens. You just see this. And it's you see this sort of like a pylon on the dock. And a feminine figure walk away from it. That's it?
That was our dream.
Yes.
Did the figure have any description of the figure, or just
A feminine figure.
Got it. Love that. Love them feminine figures.
and you all will awake the next morning for day 1 of the Tempest Fair. And that is where we will end tonight's session of Coralthea.
Of course.